Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins along with my brother Brent. We've got the breaking UFO news for you right now. So buckle up. Let's get to it.
Everyone else is so oblivious they don't even see it. Come on. Truman Show. That guy was looking, you see him? It was like something cut through it.
Wow, what the heck are we looking at? Is this some kind of rip in the sky? Captured in broad daylight, we're looking at this very closely, and what the man said who shot this is this the Truman Show? We're looking at something extraordinary right now. We've seen a lot of weather phenomenon right here at Third Phase Moon, but this one really caught our eye. And when I scrubbed through the footage and sped it up just a bit, you could really make out this rip, this tear in the sky. And it defies anything of logic right now. The weather phenomenon, it's real, and we're looking at it right now. Sped up. Look at this just traverse across the sky. This isn't any kind of contrail.
Yeah, Blake, this is pretty much some insane footage, to say the least. Is this some sort of tear in the fabric, space and time, or something, just a weather phenomenon? We're looking at something incredible, especially as we do that little fast forward to show that this thing wasn't just static, it's actually moving. Have you seen this kind of phenomenon? Because I haven't. This is just into third phase, breaking right now. What's your thoughts, everybody?
Yeah, we're doing this live premiere, and it's good to see everybody. Our last video went viral, and we appreciate the support. We're looking at something right now, broad daylight, that defies any kind of logic of thought. Look at the shadow that it's given across the clouds, and it seems to be almost ripping through time and space, like you said, Brent. Now, more videos just in. Right, we're going to look at this a lot closer. I know we've seen this video in the past here at Third Phase, and it only lasted for a few moments. This one seems to be an extended version that we've just obtained that shows a little longer footage here. We're looking at, obviously, some people might claim the TR-3B, a triangular-shaped craft. We got the three illuminated lights on the corners of the triangle, and then within the center, this red orb. This is the infamous indication for TR-3B. Brent, your thoughts here?
Yeah, actually, this is some of the clearest, because we've seen this, like you said earlier, throughout the years, but this is the longest clip and the most clearest definition that we're looking at right now. It's interesting. You see it rotate right at the end. I like that part. Could this... People might just say, is this something propped up, maybe on a fishing line? But then when you see it rotate, that's the most interesting part about this. And the way it just hovers there silently, if I saw this, I don't know, I'd be yelling at the top of my lungs, TR-3B UFO, we everybody get out, film it. But this guy just remains silent while he's shooting this.
You know, yeah, I noticed something up in the top left-hand corner there. It almost does look like a fishing pole, and maybe this is attached to some filament, a fishing wire, but I'm not seeing this wavering, and it does this slight rotation right there. So that's interesting, the way it moves almost at a 180 degree there. So if this were hanging up on a fishing line, maybe it is. It's hard to tell. Again, this is almost too good to be true footage. We've seen the TR3 be up close. Thousands of you have. Are we looking at something authentic, Brent? I know we're not looking at CGI. I could see within the optics of the lens flares and everything, it all matches up there perfectly.
Yeah, definitely what we're looking at is real. It's whatever the camera's shooting, it's capturing this event, if that's what it is. Is this a TR3B? You can see it kind of laying flat, like it's pointing horizontal, straight up towards the sky, rather than this. It's just an awkward angle, in my opinion, for this thing to be flying in the sky at this particular point. Anyway, more UFO videos coming in. Check this out.
All right, did you see it? Well, it was a little small, but I'm adding some brightness contrast. I managed to get a close-up look and track this object traversing right through the clouds, captured about 30,000 feet in the sky, and we're looking at something filmed by a passenger. And they saw something, and I'm so glad that they pulled out their camera, because what we're looking at is, again, proof of something that's happening above our skies 24/7. This thing is just ripping through the clouds at an extraordinary rate of speed here.
Yeah, very cool. Look at the propulsion as it just moves. And again, this is a phenomenon captured around the world from passengers on commercial airliners that happen to see something and have that fast hand to pull it out. And bam, we're looking at something moving. It's unidentified. You don't see any wings or any kind of jet stream. This thing's flying on its own. This isn't no parallax either. This is flying at a high rate of speed with no means of propulsion. These are the UFO videos that we like right here at Third Phase.
Yeah, once again, authentic video. That's what we're sharing with you. And if we see any trickery, we're going to tell you our thoughts. But looking at this, I don't see any indication of manipulation. We're looking at something that's there, and whatever it is, that's what we want to know, because the technology behind this, in my opinion, is quite extraordinary. Obviously, these fighter pilots have come forward and described the Tic Tac. Well, we're looking at something right here that's very similar to what these fighter pilots are seeing, and I'm sure commercial airliners and passengers are seeing this from the air and the ground. So quite incredible stuff here. Now, again, a lot of videos into Third Phase Moon, so hit that thumbs up, hit it like it's broken, make sure it works, and then leave your comments. Now let's roll the next video. Look at that thing. Okay, once again, we're going to add some brightness contrast. I'm going to manage to track this a little closer. This object, it's amazing. I'm just looking at this thing. It's going in one direction, comes to an abrupt stop, changes the direction from where it just came from, moving erratically, and speeds up, slows down. Again, this isn't any kind of balloon or drone that I'm aware of. And then it just caught my eye. At first I thought it was mundane, but looking at this closer, seeing this thing just swim with an intelligence behind it. And then look at this. It just basically starts to speed up right there and takes off. This is amazing.
Yeah, these spheres, black metallic spheres that are flying in the skies. Again, I keep saying it over military war zones around the planet, and we're getting these sightings more frequently. They just keep coming in. Could this maybe be some just a balloon floating up in the sky, getting caught up in the updraft of winds, and maybe there's a downdraft of wind that made it look like it's being propelled at some sort of fast motion? Again, we're looking at it doesn't look, this thing's spherical. It's perfectly round. That's what I like about it. And it's doing these, again, these weird unconventional moves that really don't make any sense. It's like it's flying under its strange intelligence, whatever it is. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, the meta propulsion behind this, I would sure like to find out, and I'm sure military would like to find out. Is this some kind of secret military program, or is it something otherworldly? All I know is it's up there, and it's quite high, and I would have to estimate that this thing's probably at least 10 feet in diameter. But more videos into Third Phase of Moon. Let's roll it. Boom. Did you see it real quick? Elon Musk says that his cameras haven't seen UFOs. We should just do a special episode on how many UFOs have been captured by Elon Musk's SpaceX. And we're looking at something. At first, I thought it could just be space debris, maybe space, some ice particles coming off the booster itself, the SpaceX rocket. But did you see how it just changed direction? Watch this once again. Now, I'm not seeing anything coming off the rocket, any kind of propulsion coming from the rocket to make this artifact, this anomaly, change direction like that. This thing seems to have just changed direction on its own, and it's a fast maneuver right there.
Yeah, it almost looks fake, but then you see it right, boom, it just takes off right at that amazing propulsion. Could it be, again, maybe just ice crystals and being hit by the engine itself right at that moment? But we're not seeing that after effect from the rocket. So this is very curious. Again, astronauts, Armstrong, they've all seen Buzz Aldrin. They've seen it, the phenomenon in space. Is this what they're looking at?
You know, it's a good question. And again, it's interesting. Maybe it's just ice debris tumbling, but it's interesting the way it changed directions, right? Now, more videos into Third Phase. All right, captured it out in the open sea. We're looking at a fishing boat traversing in kind of a fog layer. And then in the background, we're looking at something that can't be explained. Is this some kind of craft just coming out of the surface of the ocean there? A USO?
Yeah, Blake, you can see the water. It's almost storm-like, and you got the fog layer, and we're seeing these orange lights off in the distance. I'm saying maybe about a quarter mile to maybe even farther, a mile. And these bright, I count almost a dozen orange orbs just kind of hovering in the night sky above the ocean water there. This is amazing footage.
Yeah, I like the comparison, especially with the fishing boat. And the spotlight, again, we're not seeing any deception here. Could they be military flares? I don't think so. They seem to be just holding up there stationary. And again, the phenomenon, as people have been stating, the USO has been frequent lately. Now, let's roll the videos that we've all shared to you tonight, and we want to get your opinions. We're going to be standing by in this live chat, so let's hear it, guys.
Zoom in on that too. Everyone else is so oblivious they don't even see it. Come on. Truman Show. That guy was looking, you see him? It was like something cut through it.
you don't know that at the very top, that whole project is being run illegally.
These are brand new witnesses, and they've got bombshell information to talk about.
These technologies are unsanctioned. They are illegal operations, and this can be proven in any court of law.
It's like, wow, nobody's coming after us. We're gonna do this until we can get away with it.
They would have so much control over everything if they had that.
If this information was all released, it could fall into the wrong hands.
They're using security as a cover for illicit or illegal or even treasonous activities.
The members of Congress didn't have the detailed information of the precise location.
Where they keep the bodies, the craft, the debris, all the evidence that we've been searching for the last 80 years.
He knew how to keep a secret. Secrets were his stock in trade.
They're literally making their own money to fund their own projects.
We have a source currently in the deep black world.
It doesn't matter if you're president of the United States, you're not going to talk about that.
There was this large monolithic slab. Looked like it was elevated off of the ground.
It is traumatic.
Look, this is the most top secret shit you've ever heard of.
Battle for Disclosure is going to be available worldwide December 10th, 2024. It's going to break the internet. Everybody, be safe. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone.
We'll catch y'all later.